The European single market is one of the EU's greatest achievements. It has fueled economic growth and made everyday life of European businesses and consumers easier. At the same time, the EU has the responsibility to protect the environment and ensure the transition towards a real circular economy. To ensure this transition, companies play their role in financing proper collection and recycling through extended producer responsibility legislation. However, every EU member state has its own unique way to implement EPR obligations for electronic waste, batteries, packaging, as well as several other waste streams. The resulting complexity makes the EPR obligations hard to understand and highly resource-intensive to implement for sellers. This puts especially SMEs at a disadvantage and makes compliance very difficult. This is Alex. His SME wants to sell a product in several European countries, but first he needs to understand how to comply with the EPR obligations of each market. He gets a quote of 5k per EU member state, including registration, setup, project management and reporting costs, adding up to a total of 140,000 euros to access the entire single market lawfully. Moreover, he is required to submit almost 300 reports each year. Under the optimistic hypothesis that a person needs 1 hour to prepare, fill and file one report, Alex has to dedicate a total of around 39 days per year to comply with e-waste, battery and packaging reporting obligations alone. Whereas the actual recycling fees might be as low as 1 cent per phone, for example, which seems trivial next to the high registration costs and large bureaucratic workload. While protecting our environment and society, these important EPR legislations create an unnecessary administrative burden and trade barriers for SMEs operating on and offline. To support SMEs within the EU and strengthen the single market, there needs to be a harmonization and simplification of EPR rules, especially in the post-COVID recovery efforts. In other words, the market needs a one-stop solution with harmonized EPR obligations across EU member states, as well as a simplified compliance fee payment procedure and easier product information reporting obligations. These measures would bring beneficial effects for all stakeholders. Free and fair intra-EU trade for all companies would be ensured, thereby strengthening the single market in an omni-channel commerce environment and ultimately providing more resources for the actual objective, the protection of the environment.